Safety Act was a law that was passed in 2013. My students at the time, I was running a nonprofit where we were teaching civic leadership and advocacy to high school students, and they got very involved in trying to pass this law. So they did like a lot of lobbying and advocacy. They spoke at rallies, spoke to then Governor O'Malley. And the purpose of the bill that became a law was, one, to ban assault weapons from the state of Maryland, so you can't sell or buy an assault weapon. Two was to create a handgun registry. So, for example, if I bought a handgun, I'm supposed to register it, and therefore, if I then sell you the handgun, which is called a straw purchase, right, because I don't have a license to be distributing firearms, then if you use it to harm somebody, not only are you criminally liable, but I am as well, because I'm on this registry and the gun is on the registry. That was the idea behind the legislation. I think it's important. I think what's really tough about what I've since learned about our laws in this country around guns is that it's incredibly inconsistent state by state, and because there isn't any real national firearm safety legislation, it's very hard for a state like Maryland, which has stringent gun laws, including the Firearm Safety Act, which we passed in 2013. It's really hard to keep guns off of our streets. So what we see a lot is guns will get trafficked from Virginia, from Texas, from West Virginia, from states that have much more lenient laws. They'll get brought up I-95 in big trucks, and then they'll get distributed on the streets of Baltimore. So we have not seen a meaningful reduction in gun violence. In fact, we've had some very, very violent years over the last couple of years. I still think it's an important law. I just wish our leaders in Congress would do something similar and would take this issue up, given all of the mass shootings that we've had, all the advocacy that young people have done. And I would just say that, while obviously like the Parkland type shootings are horrific and tragic and terrible, last year we lost 309 lives to violence in Baltimore. The year before that we lost 343 lives to violence in Baltimore. And so this is not just an issue for suburban kids, but it's an issue for urban communities. And I just don't see the urgency from Congress or from our national leaders to actually deal with it that I would hope for.
Me either.